Is there an antidote to stress and overwhelm? So if you do all the tasks relating to making an Instagram post at the same time, you've wasted time. You don't know what to prioritize and let the small tasks carry more weight than the big, important multi-part tasks. Listen, I get stress. In fact, I firmly believe that our culture has normalized stress to the point of insanity. I know as human beings, we're designed to spend far more time outside moving our bodies through nature than our current systems of survival allow. And not only are our lives not set up to support our physical and spiritual design, we often experience significant additional external stress as well. In fact, I've planned this video reflecting on exactly one of those times. This is a season of significant personal stress. My mom was sick recently and I wanted to support her. I wanted to take her to doctor's visits, walk her dog, and make her food. At the same time, I have 2 children, a husband and a home, 3 cats, content to create, art to make, and a business to run. To top it all off, while I love my mom deeply, our relationship is not always easy, and though I think she needs it, she doesn't always want my help. So, with all this in mind, is there an antidote to the stress and overwhelm of our daily lives? And how in the world can you show up for your online audience when you're barely able to show up for yourself? If you sometimes struggle to find answers to these questions yourself, then you're in luck, because that's exactly what we're going to cover in today's video. How to show up for yourself and your audience when your own world is falling apart. Hi, I'm Fiona, a business coach for artists covering all things mindset, marketing, and monetization. Are you a singer, musician, or performing artist interested in a profitable, consistent, sustainable career? Then take a moment to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. New videos every Wednesday. And don't forget to check out the links in the description below for free resources and community that will help you to become a truly profitable performer. So let's start with the question about an antidote. Is there an antidote to stress and overwhelm? Well, no, there isn't one antidote out there. There are many strategies, hacks, and behavioral changes that will help. Right now, you feel like you can't keep up, right? You simply cannot keep all the balls you're juggling in the air without dropping some. You may even feel frustrated and want to give up. Everything is just too hard and you never have time to look at the big picture. Even so, you have a small voice inside your head that keeps telling you to take a nap, go for a walk, listen to music, meditate, read a book, or eat a meal. But you just can't seem to pull yourself away from the task at hand. You desperately want to give yourself a break, to give yourself some grace, but you keep powering through instead. Maybe you don't think you deserve a break. You do. Maybe you believe your worth is tied to what you produce or how hard you work. It's not. Maybe you just don't know how to stop. You need to learn. Otherwise, the stress will kill you, and I'm not exaggerating. Remember what I said at the beginning of this video? We've normalized stress to the point of insanity, and I'm speaking from experience. In November of 2009, shortly after Thanksgiving, I ended up in the ICU and almost died. Why? Because I ignored all the signs of serious illness and continued to push myself to my church jobs, Christmas caroling gigs, teaching jobs, and theater contracts. I was living the life of a hustling, starving artist, and it almost killed me. So what did I want to be experiencing? What do I want to experience? And how do you want to experience your own life? How about some peace and ease? How about not having to do everything all by yourself? How about a little help juggling all those balls? What about time with your family, time for fun and time to yourself? How about time to simply slow down in general? Is it really that unreasonable to want a satisfying relationship to your work, content creation, performing, and making art that doesn't lead to burnout and overwhelm? Wouldn't it even be nice to be carrying a surplus of energy around with you for the day you need to spend all day in the ER with your mom like I did recently? You know what? It's not too much to ask for, and this wouldn't be a Fiona Flyte video without some seriously practical advice. So let's get into exactly why your work-life balance feels so off and what systems and strategies you can put into place to help you in the future. Let's start with batching, scheduling, automating, and delegating. Do those words sound big and scary? I bet you know what they all mean. My question is, are you doing them when it comes not just to your social media strategy, though you'll definitely want them there, but also to your life as a whole? I talk all about batching and scheduling inside my signature program, The Profitable Performer Revolution, because it is that important. But here are some ideas for you right now. Batch your photos, your photo editing, your Canva graphics, and your captions. Your mind needs time to adjust to a switch between tasks. So if you do all the tasks relating to making an Instagram post at the same time, you've wasted time. The post required you to take a photo, edit that photo, write a caption, and upload that photo and caption to Instagram. If instead you prepared 5 photos and 5 captions and then uploaded 5 completed posts to a scheduling app, then when it came time to post, all the work would be done. Here's a pro tip. Figure out which tasks are the easiest and hardest for you and which part of the day you get your best work done. For me, writing is easy, but I need a certain kind of focus to do it well. Focus that comes best in the mornings and on the weekends when I have no time constraints, like needing to pick my kids up from school or making meals. On the other hand, editing photos is a breeze. I can do that late at night and in between other tasks. So, if I edit photos during my prime morning hours, that really is a waste of time. Make sense? Now, here's an interesting question. What's an example of something you can batch in your personal life? Well, how about meal prep? If you're someone who wants to eat more vegetables, but the cutting and chopping takes too much time, consider doing a lot of chopping all at once and store your pre-chopped veggies in your fridge for easy access and quick meals during the week. Fiona, what does all this talk about batching have to do with my stress? Just thinking about chopping pounds of vegetables is putting me into overwhelm. Glad you asked. What I'm trying to say is that batching during the high time of the month, week, day, year, when you have plenty of energy and momentum, will help you avoid feeling overly stressed during your daily life and reduce the effects of stress when you're hit by something unexpected, like my mom's illness. Now let's talk about delegation. Are you giving away too much energy? Do you think you're the only one who can do a task or do it right? I remember something I read when I had my first baby that I recognized as truly great advice. It said no matter what, not to criticize how your partner put on the baby's diapers. Do you get how important this advice is? Just think about me and my husband as new parents. We're both exhausted and he's diapering our baby for the first time. He gets the diaper onto our screaming daughter, hands her to meet a nurse, and while I'm nursing, the side pops open and she pees all over me and the boppy cushion. This is a pivotal moment in our marriage. Am I going to complain, nag, tell him he doesn't know how to put on diapers, decide I'll have to do all the diapers in the future, and then wonder why he never helps with diaper changing? Or will I clean us both up and hand her back to my husband to try again so he can practice the skill of diaper changing and continue to support me and our daughter in this very important way? I tear up just thinking about this because truly it was a turning point in my understanding of what it means to delegate. Sometimes delegating means letting someone do a worse job than you would so that they can learn how to do a great job in the future, freeing up your time and energy for other work, but also just as importantly for play, rest, and rejuvenation. Are you with me? So ask yourself, where in your personal life and your business are you trying to do everything yourself when you could be asking for help? And again, asking for help when you could do it by yourself means that there will be people available to support you when catastrophe hits and you really can't do it all by yourself anyway. Something that's helping me right now are my routines. When I'm under extra stress, I lean into my routines. But this wouldn't work if I didn't already have routines in place. What I mean is that when you're dealing with a lot, it's just not possible to add more. But if you already go for a walk and listen to an uplifting podcast every afternoon around 4 p.m., then your body and mind will have a built-in path to relieve stress and rejuvenate even when life gets extra challenging. For more on my evening routines, watch this video. And for my morning routine, which I've been doing for years now, watch this one. Okay, now let's get into some of the deeper challenges that force you into overwhelm without you even realizing you're actually to blame. You don't know what to prioritize and let the small tasks carry more weight than the big, important multi-part tasks. Why? Because checking tasks off your to-do list feels good, while making tiny progress on a bigger priority often feels meaningless in the face of all the other moving pieces that have to get dealt with before you'll really feel any sense of completion. This is why every week inside the Profitable Performer Revolution, I ask our performers which 3 tasks they're going to focus on that will actually make the biggest impact on their business, not just their to-do list. Make sense? Start paying attention to the big picture, especially when you're under stress. For example, when I was working on building the epic trainings inside PPR, as well as some of the evergreen marketing, I took an extended break from YouTube. I love showing up on YouTube, but I simply couldn't do it all myself. And even though I did have people helping me, I still needed to put all of my focus on behind the scenes building and not on front-facing content creation. Here's the thing. Sometimes you simply got to drop some balls, and that's okay. You know what? You can always pick them up later. And you know what else? You don't actually have to pick them all up by yourself, and sometimes you don't have to pick them up at all. There are other people in your life who want to help you, and that's not all. Source has your back. Source, God, the universe, is looking out for you and will help you carry the load, guide your hand, and send inspiration and angels to support you too. Did you know? Sometimes when you reject someone's help, you're actually rejecting God. It's like that old joke about the man on the roof in the flood who says no to the rowboat and the helicopter because he's waiting for divine intervention, only to get to heaven and because he died, and find out that God had sent him the rowboat and the helicopter too. So ask yourself, where in your life are you rejecting help that may actually have been divinely guided? All right, we went kind of deep there, but like inside my program PPR, I'm always integrating the inner work with super practical strategies. So let's get practical. Here are 4 ways you can show up for your audience even when you're having a hard time showing up for yourself. 1. Share mini trainings and other valuable content from your Instagram story archives. Now, this will be hard to do if you're already in a season of extra stress. So again, prepare in advance by downloading the best stories from your archive and creating a folder on your phone for your favorites. This way, you'll have a vault of content ready to go whenever you need it. Is it somehow wrong to share old content? Seriously, that's just a limiting belief. Great content is great content, and you can always frame it by letting your audience know why you're sharing it and how it's relevant to them today. 2. As we discussed earlier, be prepared with previously batched content. It's always a good idea to have fresh content ready. If you're using social media to build a profitable business, this is just a must. Can you do this when you're overwhelmed? No. The point is to batch create when you do have the time and energy. Here's another great way to show up for your audience. Last year, when my dad was in the hospital, one of my biz besties, Eric Lauer of Gen Monster, took over my Instagram stories for a truly value-rich mini training. The great thing was that Eric has also created an amazing bonus for everyone inside the Profitable Performer Revolution, all about taking Canva to the next level for performer Instagram posts. So it was a perfect way to promote PPR while also giving me an extra break. Think about your own network. Who might be a good fit for collaborations and social media takeovers in your world? Lastly, and this is most important, share what's actually happening in your life, just like I'm doing here and like I did in this Instagram post. The truth is that what's most personal is most universal. So you can be certain that whatever you're going through, there are people in your audience who are struggling with something very similar. Let them know that. They are not alone with their challenges. Because you know what, my friend? You are not alone, and neither am I. All right, want more support with mindset, marketing, and monetization? Then join my free Facebook group. Remember, I made it especially for performing artists. Here you'll find resources, community, and more guidance for your performing business so you can finally become your own best advocate and CEO. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well, where I do quick and useful mini trainings every week. And check out the free Profitable Performer Roadmap and other free resources at the links in the description below. So tell me in the comments, how do you feel now? Did you learn something actionable in this video to help you alleviate some of your current stress and/or prepare for future catastrophes? Want more videos like this one? Let me know by liking, sharing this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and definitely reach out in the comments below with what other topics you'd like me to cover to help you rock your business. Want to learn more about developing your business mindset? Then watch these videos next. And as always, go out into the world and let your light shine. You deserve to be heard, and the world deserves to hear you.